have a tiered channel partner program. Our partner program is called the Oracle Partner Network, and this is actually a global program. So any partner across the globe just needs to be a part of this program. What we do is we provide a very low level of entry in terms of we enroll a partner as a remarketer. What we do is with remarketer, a partner can start very small, get access to a small set of products, and essentially be focused around reselling those products to different categories of customers, typically in the SMB category of customers. The next level is the formal Oracle Partner Network membership, which is where the partner actually enrolls and becomes a silver member, and then from silver, partner can move on to gold, and from gold to platinum, and then to diamond. Diamond is the highest level across the globe, and there are very few diamond partners. And the interesting element is that it's not just about level of business that you do, but it's actually about the kind of specialization and the skill sets that you attain across different verticals as well as Oracle product categories, which determine at what level you are. And it's a program designed to differentiate a partner in the eyes of a customer. Really, that's the objective. Good question, actually. So we really don't put any minimum timelines there. It's entirely up to the partner. The day the partner chooses that he wants to progress to the next level, all he has to do is, or she has to do is meet the qualifying criteria, and that's it. Excellent. From a concept perspective, we introduced the concept of engineered systems last year in the market globally. Now, the interesting element about engineered systems is that from a partner's perspective, it allows the partner to quickly complete the project and recover the money from the customer very quickly. So if I were to say, Mr. Partner, why were you to do business around the Exadata stack? The simplest answer is because, Mr. Partner, you can actually take your money out from the customer very quickly. And there are numerous examples where a partner has had to go into a deployment in a data center situation where normally the partner would have had to work with the customer to actually create the entire data center structure, do the designing, do the proof of concept testing, then actually go through the procurement phase. And an engineered system actually crunches a lot of the timeline. And I can share with you numerous instances where we've had a customer system go live from the day of delivery, took as low as 3 days. And the customer was very happy because it shortened their time to market. The partner was very happy because he was able to take his money from the customer very quickly, help the partner's cash flows and profitability. So that's really the primary premise behind the concept of the engineered system. Now, given this value proposition, our objective is that every mid-range or mid-size customer to the enterprise level can potentially use our engineered system in the data center. And what we are telling the partner is, all you have to do is build up your expertise around the ExaStack proposition, which is both in terms of sales expertise as well as technical expertise. And we are willing to help partners do that in India. And once you do that, that's it. Nothing else stops you from actually going out and actively selling this. All you need to do is be aware, know how to implement, know how to architect, design, etc. And that's it. You're ready to go. Well, very good, I would say. And let me. This is one place where I can share with you a number. Last year, we actually installed more than 1,000 Exadatas globally. Okay. This year, our goal is to triple that number. And all I can share with you beyond that is that we have very strong momentum in Asia Pacific as well as in India. And what we have done now is Exadata was focused around the database side of the business. Now we have a similar engineered system for the application side of the business as well, called Exalogic. So together we call them the ExaStack program. So a very strong momentum, and this is where I would want to talk about the ExaStack offering for the ISVs as well. If you look at a large ISV like for example Infosys with the bank with the Finacle offering that they have. Now what we want to do is when an ISV goes to a large enterprise customer, either in a banking space or the manufacturing space or whatever, and is proposing a solution, we want the customer to realize the benefits of the engineered system. So to that we are going to the ISVs and saying that can you make sure that your solution is Exastack ready, which means it can run on the Exadata or the Exalogic combination, or it has been optimized for the Exastack, which means that you've tuned your application to give the highest levels of performance that the stack can deliver, either on the application tier or on the database tier. So that is actually our Exastack program, and it has two variants as I just mentioned. One is ready and the other is optimized. Optimized is higher level. So the whole idea is that if the customer sees an ISV coming to them and that ISV is saying, look, my solution, my application is actually Exastack optimized, the customer knows that he will be able to get the best possible value out of the whole hardware and software combination that the ISV is able to offer. And for the ISV, it's a great offering because he's getting a pre-configured engineered system on which he's already tested once, and after that he can go to 20 customer situations and give the same thing. So for the repeatability of this whole process is very, very attractive to the ISV. And second, he's getting a system on which he knows that there is an assured performance and there is no customization to be done on site. Again, removes a lot of complexity in the sale, a lot of complexity from the implementation, and improves cash flows for the partner. So wins both sides. So the enterprise range of products, especially the ones that come into the engineered systems category, those are the products that you need to be a gold and above. So most people who are serious about doing enterprise business in India will typically be gold partners, and I have not seen any hesitation from the partner community on that, because that's something, the amount of value we add to the partner in terms of skilling and certification is really very useful. That's the beauty of the engineered system environments from an Oracle perspective. So let me share with you how this happens. If I will take an example of an ERP, and I'll say that here is an ERP, I'm the customer. I want to buy an ERP and I want to deploy an ERP. Ultimately, for me as a customer, the value of the ERP is not when I'm buying it, not when I'm deploying it. The value of the ERP is when it's gone live and my processes are actually functioning properly on that whole enterprise resource environment. Correct? It could be a purchase process, an inventory process, or a manufacturing, whatever it be. Any time that I spend on this whole solutioning process before it goes live is actually time that is a waste for me, right? It's a waste in the sense that's not productive. Now, so what I do is the normal steps that I normally will go through when I start planning for something like this is I'll say, okay, I'll call my IT department, say this is what I want to do, start planning for it. IT department will sit down, say, okay, this is the number of users I have, this is the possible processes that I need to do, this is the workload I need to do, whole lot of permutation combination calculations, work with a few of the ERP vendors, and then ultimately size the whole opportunity or the environment technically. And then once you size it technically, then you say that, okay, fine, now let me call in some of these hardware vendors and say that can I design my network based on the sizing. Now that network design means what? It means buying, deciding what are the right kind of servers, what is the capacity and the configuration of the servers, what is the capacity and configuration of the storage that you need, how are they going to be connected, what's the network, etc. It's a very, very complex exercise. And if you go and ask any partner who's been involved in this, they will tell you that this exercise takes anywhere from 6 months to years. And then once all this process is done, then you actually say as a customer, I say that, look, I've done all this designing, I have to test it now. So which means I have to do a POC, I have to do a proof of concept testing, I have to do a demo, and then I have to see whether all my design assumptions are correct or not. And once all that is done is when I go ahead and place an order. Now, which means that for every customer, and I can tell you this unequivocally, for every customer who is deploying a major application like an ERP or a CRM or an HRMS, this is a unique process. Because every configuration that the customer does, see, otherwise what's the big deal, right? You could have bought an industry standard server off the rack, you could have bought an industry standard storage off the rack, and industry standard networking components off the rack and combined them. But the problem is when you start doing that for a high-end environment like a HRMS or a CRM solution or ERP solution, so you suddenly realize that industry standard also become non-standard because they are a non-standard configuration for your environment. And with an engineered system, we are taking that entire complexity away in one go. We are saying that if you are buying an Oracle e-business suite or a Siebel application or a PeopleSoft HRMS application or a third-party application like one of these ISV applications, and we have lots of these globally across the world, they are already tested, pre-configured for an Exadata, and here is the performance result. So that entire process of designing goes out the window. You may still end up doing a little bit of testing, but that is nothing compared to the months and months of testing that you do. So irrespective of whether an Indian business or an overseas business, this takes a huge amount of time and money off the table, and the returns are much faster. So that in essence is the value proposition of the engineered system. The value proposition is the fact that there is very little customization to be done. It's out of the box, plugged in, go. As I said, I have a situation where somebody was able to go live in a Siebel environment from the day the system got delivered to the day it went live. 3 days, that's it, including unpacking and plugging in. High-end server environment, nowhere you will get this kind of a flexibility at all, and that's the value of the Exalogic. Something very, very new and very exciting for us. It's actually the first time across the globe and in India that Oracle has actually announced a rebate program for the channel community. And this rebate works in two ways. One is that there is a flat amount that every VAR gets for selling any product of Oracle across the board. And then over and above that, we also have a special incentive for a specialized set of products that we want to focus on. So that specialized set of products can keep changing every 6 months. But up to 8% is the incentive or the rebate that a partner can get on selling an Oracle product. And that's a very, very significant amount. And this is over and above the margins that the partner would make normally. And the interesting part is that it's very, very simple to execute also, because all the partner has to do is register their opportunity in the Oracle partner portal, which is called the Oracle's Open Market Model, OMM. The moment you register the opportunity and it's accepted as a new opportunity, all you have to do is make the sale. The moment the billing is done, 60 days later, you will get a credit from the VAT, and that's it. It's a very, very simple program and a lot of value in it for any partner, and I would actually encourage every partner to actually go out and use this. So this program is in force for this year, which is Oracle's year, which runs from June to May. So it's definitely in force till May of next year.